Well, hello. My name is GAT and welcome back to Caffeine, Victoria's Legacy. Before we start the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and leave a comment. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, so we're back here. What happened last time? We freed Mel from prison, yada. Failed the barista test, but you know what? We got Mel as our barista now, so we're fine, you know? Now, let's get into it. Alright. I arrive at the coffee trading house just right before the break of dawn. A freshening chill sweeps past. The rising sun is yet to cast its vigor to warm up the morning breeze. I see the top hats and flat caps swarming into the open area. The flat caps head towards the docks, readying themselves for a full day of labor, while the top hats gather outside the coffee trading house, waiting impatiently for the doors to open. As I approach the docks, the unmistakable caffeine aurora begins to sink into my nostrils, clashing with my sense, lifting up my half-awakened soul. I spot a dozen airships floating back and forth from the anchor fleet in the harbor to the building lined up along the docks. The flying objects all have large wide nets hanging beneath their hull, carrying a few dozen stacks of coffee beans. They slowly make their way towards dry land, until they reach the stop on top of a building, descending quietly, barely touching the roof balcony. The nets is dropped, the sacks land softly on the platform. The whole sequence was clean, efficient. I suddenly realized the versatility of airships compared to the riggedness of airplanes. I suddenly sense someone behind me. She is about to pat my back. Okay.
Hey, amigo. You're here early, getting ready for some action. I don't know why, but I always change my voice for some reason. Every time I make a new game, I change your voice a lot. And I don't know why Mel sounds like this.
I don't know why she sounds like that. What was the voice I gave her? I keep forgetting. Like, I'm a forgetful guy, so I can't forget. Let me see. Is it this? Is it this one? This is the one you like, don't you? Ah. Yeah, I think it's that one. I'm not too sure. Good morning, Mel. Wait. Why are you still wearing your sparkwood apron?
It's not a sparkwood apron anymore. I prefer to call it Mel's personal apron.
But it's still got Sparkwood's logo on it.
Well, I can't remove it. It's stuck on the apron, but have no fear, no one will notice.
I think everyone will notice. Maybe you should paint it up. Let's see, paint it black with like what would our Taka coffee house with black and just plain letters? Because, you know, we're douchebags like that, where it's like, oh, we gotta be not hipster, but we gotta be like, just plain and simple, Taka Coffee House. Because I'm a coffee guy who likes good coffee at a good coffee cafe. I don't know, I'm trying to be funny. I saw a comedian earlier today. On Netflix, cause, you know, we can't go watch comedians at the comedy house no more. Alright. Aren't you supposed to return the apron if you're not working at Sparkwood anymore?
I'm not returning it. I bought it with a week's worth of my lunch money. I have to eat grass every day for a whole week just to buy this apron.
I hope you're joking.
I'm not joking. This is the 5th anniversary edition of the famous apron when Sparkwood opened its first flagship store in the Apodian Republic. It's made of real kangaroo leather. One of its kind in the whole of Victoria. I'm not parting with it under unforeseeable circumstances.
I'm not even going to try to take it away from you.
I know that's your favorite, stripping away women's clothes. Anyway, let's go in. We have no time to lose.
Wait. Let me respond to that. This place is grand. Must cost a fortune to maintain it.
From what I know, this place is owned by House Argyle. I bet they made enough profit to make this place all fancy.
House Argyle owns this place? The previous title holder. The previous title holder tried to kill me. I hope I don't run into any trouble. But this is a private property, huh? Reminds me of something. What are we supposed to do now? I thought there was going to be an auction, but everyone is just standing there. Sorry, just clear my throat. Don't worry, I don't got corona. Or maybe I do. That shit was kind of dry. Nah, I'll just clear my throat.
I have no idea.
Wait, you have no idea? But you're a barista. I thought you knew.
I'm a barista, but Sparkwood is a large company that prefers to control its own supply of raw material. We never buy our coffee beans from the auction. So, I'm just as clueless as you are.
This is bad. Don't you feel that everyone here is very nervous? I feel like we're at a disadvantage.
Relax, Taka. If there was one thing I'm good at, it's adapting. We will figure it out sooner or later.
Suddenly, a bell starts ringing, penetrating the halls, awakening the souls of the trading floor. The trading floor suddenly turns all quiet. Then I hear rumbling. The floor is shaky. The shaking and rumbling makes my feet tremble. Like an earthquake, sending waves of particles up and down. The force pulls me back, forcing me to lean back to steady myself. But it was not an earthquake. I look around. The crowd, previously stationary and chatty, is now moving. Their shoes and high heels clanker heavily with the marble floor. Clean and crisp and sharp walking sounds prevailed the halls, echoing across the chambers, complemented with the numerous shouts amongst the crowd. "Don't push me, you imbecile!"
Excuse me, sir. Well, may I remind you, ladies first. It's so ungentlemanly of you to not hold the door for me.
Hold your own door. I need to buy the best coffee beans.
Why are you still standing there? Let's run!
Run? Where to? You know what we're supposed to do.
No idea. But there's a saying, when in Victoria, do what the Victorians do. And all I see is chaos. Should we join the mob?
That doesn't explain what we're supposed to do at all. But Mel had already left without me, diving straight into the mob, clashing her way into nowhere. Kaboom! Hey! Help! Let me in! Let me in! Ah! There's no way I'm joining in.
Standing there idly isn't going to make a cup of coffee magically appear in front of you, no?
I know that voice. Just as I thought, I turned around to see Oshia staring at me with her disapproving eyes. Oshia, my savior, teach me the ways of the coffee auction. Someone is taking care of it. Nice jacket. Blue suits you. I'm not gonna lie, it is a nice jacket, but I hope it's not like, I'm not gonna like mock her like, nice jacket, did your mom buy it for you? You know what I mean? I don't want to do that shit. But fuck it. Nice jacket, Oshia. Blue really suits you.
Oh, why thank you. But you say that to everyone, don't you, you sweet talker?
No, not everyone. I said that because I genuinely think it suits you. You have no reason to doubt me.
Taka, I was gone for a minute. You already flirting with random girls?
Osea is not a random girl.
Hi, I'm Mel. I work at Taka Coffee House as a barista now.
I'm Osea. You're the new barista at Taka Coffee House? I heard what happened. Just as I thought, Taka Knight, unable to pass the barista test. It was a lost cause from the beginning anyway.
Hey, don't be too harsh on Taka. It was partly my fault. If I hadn't wasted his time, he could have passed.
It's alright, Mel. It's kinda my fault for not reading the syllabus.
But why are you wearing a sparkwood apron? I don't have another uniform, so I guess this will do for now. I see. So you were lost, but now you're found. Huh? You discovered the light, and you are now walking away from the dark side. Taka Coffee House might be a modest start, but it is indeed a good starting point for redemption of your previous wrongful ways. Walking away from the dark side? Redemption? What are you talking about? Hey, I might not work at Sparkwood anymore, but I still admire everything they have done. It was my childhood dream to work at Sparkwood.
Let's see.
Then, I hope eventually you wake up from your nightmare. The truth awaits you at a better coffee house. Guess we're not talking the same language, are we?
Hey, can we just put this little war of yours aside first? We need to know where should we be going.
Follow me. Let me show you what you need. Follow me. Let me show you what to do.
Osea walks over to the stalls and carefully squeezes through the sea of Congress starchiness. We follow her and manage to pass through.
Taka, do you know what the job of a cupper is? A cupper isn't just a person who holds a prestigious title. They have an important role in Victoria's ecological system. Every day, hundreds of airships from around the world sails into the harbor of Victoria, unloading coffee beans into the trading houses lining up along the docks.
Look, it's fucking Eliza and the other chick, fucking Stanley. Okay.
The cupper's job is to assess every single coffee bean that arrives in Victoria and gives them a score. The higher the score, the more powerful you can perform caffeine.
And the coffee trading houses where the coffee is assessed for their score.
That's correct. The score happens in another room, closed off from the public, so the cuppers don't get disturbed while they're assessed. When a coffee bean scores above 90 marks, it is considered a premium coffee bean and can fetch really high prices. The coffee beans are usually starched up by the most prestigious coffee houses in Victoria. One of the coffee houses is Minoria Coffee House.
Funny you say that, as if you don't work there.
Quite. Let me continue. Anyway, between 85 and 90 is still decent, and coffee houses with good reputation will buy them at reasonable prices.
That's us. Oh, really? You fuck.
Then, there are coffee beans that score below 850. No reputable coffee house would even touch them. They are usually sold to coffee houses at the East End.
What a bitch. I'm sorry, this is like a lot of classism. You rich bitch. Sorry. You might like her, or maybe like I don't really know her story, but fuck her.
Hey, why am I associated with cheap coffee beans?
Oh shit, I gotta change her voices because like I'm just doing her voice.
I thought you already made your allegiance clear. But in recent years, Sparkwood has been buying them at cheap prices and blending them with the most premium beans. The cupping score will announce in 2 hours. Meanwhile, everyone will go from stall to stall to do cupping assessment themselves. once the auction starts, there is very little time to decide on what bid, so you better have made up your mind before the score are announced. Sounds like fun. Sounds like we have a busy schedule ahead of us. We need to hurry. Good luck with your cupping. I suggest you stick to the South Sea Hall and the Mayan Hall. That's where you'll get cheap quality coffee beans.
Which halls are you going to?
I'm heading to the Cuppers Hall. That's where the best coffee beans in the world are placed. I strongly advise against you going there. A single stack of coffee beans costs more than 600 Vicks in that hall.
600 Vicks? That's crazy.
I have to run now. May caffeine be on your side. May caffeine be with you. Taka, your friend's so mean. I don't like her at all.
She's cold at first, but once you know her, she'll warm up to you.
Well, is that ever going to happen?
Anyway, which house should we go to?
Isn't there need of discussion? Of course, the South Sea Hall. The South Sea Hall is where you get quality coffee beans at cheap prices. Consider the transportation costs. Us Kumai and Maine coffee beans are ridiculously expensive. And of course, there's no point of going to the Cuppers Hall. We'll just be wasting our time.
So Mel wants to go to the South Sea Hall, and Oshia is heading to the Cuppers Hall. Okay, to get to me, let me tell you about me. I'm always the guy who wants to go to the middle. If we're selling business stuff, let's say 3 shirts, right? One is cheap material, the middle is you know what I mean? Okay material. And the 4th one is the best material, like silk or whatever. Well, that's too expensive, so that's out. This is I'm sorry, we're not gonna sell cheap shit, because we sell that to where we are, the middle class. They'll spit on our faces and probably kick our asses. We're gonna go to the middle with the Akamites. But I wanna go back. What did she say about, I wanna go back. What did she say about the Akamites? Why does she not want to go there? Oh, they're ridiculously expensive. Ugh. The problem is, I don't know how much money we have in this game. So fuck it. We gotta go to South Sea Hall, because we probably don't have dirt shit. Because we can't pay for rent. That's another thing. Fuck. I like how, I'm giving you reasons for the fucking game. But at the same time, it's I kind of want to do my own reasoning, you know? Because I want to play how I want to play. Who I am as a person.
Fantastic! This is every barista's paradise. The smell of quality cheap beans flowing in abundance. Caffeine is flying everywhere.
So, where shall we start?
Let me teach you a little secret that I learned from many years of going to coffee markets. You always buy before the score is announced.
Let me guess. Because the coffee traders don't know the score they got. There's uncertainty.
Smart. That's why we need to do cupping systems of our own. I might not be the best at giving cupping scores, but I can at least tell you good coffee beans from ones that's going to wholesale.
So, all we have to do is find coffee beans that are good enough and try to haggle down the price.
Correct. Usually with the right attitude, they'll happily agree. But if the score is already announced, most won't budge on their price.
That's a great insight. Let's start.
Why don't you try haggling, Taka?
I don't know what to do.
It's easy. Build a rapport. Start with a coffee pun. It always works. Watch me do it, and you will know what I'm talking about.
Mel walks up to one of the coffee traders.
Hey there. What's Tramatra with you?
Ha ha ha, you're funny, lady. You know I'm from Tramatra.
Of course, I'm a fan of coffee beans from Sumatra region. I've been looking for your stall ever since I got here.
I'm flattered. We do, indeed, have the best coffee beans Sumatra has to offer. Here, please come in and try our coffee.
Yum! The floral scents of chamomile, sour sweetness of green apples, and this is a lightly roasted coffee bean from the Lingtong region, isn't it?
Mel's really good. She definitely knows her coffee. After a little bit of haggling, Mel returns with a whole sack of coffee beans, which only costs 40 Vicks.
Now, it's your turn.
So, where should I start?
See that stall over there? By the looks of his clothes, he's probably from Java, a newcomer, juggling by the way he set up his stall. Just be friendly with him. Say you love Java coffee beans and would like to try his coffee. Easy.
Sounds easy enough. So he's from Java, huh? Alright guys, let's do this. We're probably gonna fuck up because I'm an awkward person. I head over towards the Java stall. I find a man standing there, looking at me with a warm smile. Can't think of any... What'd she say? She said puns are good, right? My character shit, so let's do a Oh, Java coffee beans. The IT guy's favorite I beg your pardon? The man stares at me, totally perplexed. Let me try again. You know which coffee house you'll happily serve your coffee? Java the... No. Java the Hutt. Mwahahaha.
What is Java the Hutt? Are you trying to say I live in a hut? Hey Taka, what are you doing? You ruined our chances. Should I take over?
Oh no, I mean... We're just here to try your coffee. These are from Java, right? Oh yes, please come in. After recovering from that embarrassing session, the rest of the cupping routine goes along really well. Great coffee. Has a very buttery feel to it. You are absolutely right. Our coffee beans are from the plantation east of Java, situated at 1,400 milliliters in altitude. The state is known for its sweet and fruity smell.
My guess is these coffees will probably score 80 points. They usually sell for 50 Vicks per sack. We could see if he's willing to sell them for 40 Vicks.
Sure, let me do the haggling.
I am confident I'll get a very good score. 88 is my guess. It costs 80 Vicks to buy 88 points coffee. But for you, my friend, I'll happily give you a great deal. 60 Vicks is good.
60 Vicks? That's much more than Mel and I was expecting. I still try to aim for 40 Vicks. 60 Vicks? That's a lie.
I'm happy to hear your offer.
I don't like how it says, 40 Vicks. Fuck. You know what? Let's try 30 Vicks. I really like your coffee beans, but I don't have a lot of money to spare. How about 30 Vicks per sack?
30 Vicks? I'll be making a loss for 30 Vicks. No. That will not do.
He looks like he's tough nuts to crack. What should I do? Evaluate his coffee? No, voluntary raise the price, like maybe to 40. We're not going all the way to 60. What about 40 Vicks per sack?
40 Vicks? Oh my. It's worth more.
But I tell you, I like you. I'll give you a good deal. The coffee trader suddenly swings his arms around and hugs my back.
Let's meet halfway. 55 Vicks. Best price only for you, my friend.
55 Vicks isn't meeting halfway.
Now, don't be picky. My coffee beans are really good. Your friend there already said so. One of the cupping score
once the copying scores are out, I have to charge more. How about 45 VIX? 45 VIX. I have a family to feed. If I sell for 45 VIX, my children may only eat grass, but for you, my friend, I'm happy to earn a little bit more of profit. 50 VIX. How does that sound? That sounds good. We settle on a price and I carry 1 sack of coffee beans out from the stall. How do I do? Yeah, I should have went lower, but I thought I was being good. 30 VIX would sound good.
You should have gone a little bit lower at the start. If he started at 30 VIX per sack, then his asking prices would seem aggressive. That's how business is done. You can't be scared to offend anyone. After all, it's just business. Let's go and see if we can get another sack.
Wait, Mel. I think 2 sacks of coffee beans are enough.
Of course it's not enough. 1 sack gives you about 100 of coffee. It'll be gone in a day.
But at Taka Coffee House, we only have, 10 customers a day.
What? 10 customers? How do you even stay alive with just 10 customers a day? This is worse than I thought. We'll buy more sacks of coffee beans anyway. We'll figure out how to get more customers later.
Hey, let go of me!
That sounds like a child. A plea for help echoes through the halls. Mel and I both look around trying to locate the disturbance. I spot a little boy in defiant stance, looking at a man in a blue suit. Fuck, why do I have to deal with him? It's like almost every episode.
A grown-up man bullying a child? Help!
Constantine?
Stop right there. I've been entrusted to return you to your guardian.
Catch me if you can!
Why is always everyone running from him? But fuck it, you're just a dumb asshole.
Stop.
Stop. Guys, just stop. Just imagine you going up to like a robber and you're running after him. It's just saying stop in an authoritarian voice. You're just like, stop. Please stop. Both Mel and I watch as this humorous scene unfolds. Normally seeing Constantine chasing after a little kid shouldn't be something to make fun of. But the way Constantine is clumsily knocking over a few tables and chairs and he dubs along, we couldn't help but to show a big grin on our faces.
I wonder what Constantine is up to this time.
I bet it's not something that we approve of.
Help me, big sister! You look like someone who can beat up that tall hat guy!
Constantine? You up to no good again? How irritating.
Damn.
I heard that. Watch your mouth, lady. I'm just returning this kid to where he belongs.
What did the kid do?
He escaped from his guardians. I'm trying to take him back.
He's lying! He's taking me back to that slave ship! I've been a slave on that ship for 3 months. Take me back, will bait me, and who knows what else he'll do to me!
Nonsense. There are no slavers in Victoria. You are just making this up.
Alright, that's enough. This kid clearly doesn't like his guardians. He could be telling the truth. Why don't you just let him go?
Can't do. It's my job to send this kid back to where he belongs.
I just can't believe it. Lay shit with me all you like, but harassing a kid? I thought you were better than that.
Be careful, Taka. I might decide to throw you back into jail if you don't tone down your language. Now, would you step aside and let me... Hey! Where did the kid go?
I can't help but chuckle over Constantine's naivety. Naivety. Constantine's eyes glow in a reddening devilish aura.
Where did that kid go? Tell me, Taka. Mel isn't here anymore. She must have taken him away. If you don't tell me where they are, I will have no choice but to lock you up again.
Mislead him? I think that's the only thing that we can do. Okay, I understand. I'm no match for you. Besides, you're only doing your job. Helping a little kid find his parents.
Smart choice. You finally learn. Hold it right there. You're acting suspicious. Never have you been so agreeable. Are you trying to trick me?
Why does he suddenly have to be so bright? Isn't he supposed to be dim-wit detective who never gets things right? He is really getting on my nerves.
I knew it! You were trying to lead me to that side of the hole, so I should try the other side.
I didn't even point at anything, did I? Have I? Uh-oh, Mel's over there.
I thought so. You are not going anywhere.
Mr. Enforcer's good at playing hide and seek. I'm impressed.
The little boy doesn't seem to be afraid of getting caught and sent back to the slave ships at all.
Leave the kid alone, Constantine. He clearly doesn't want to go back.
If you try to disobey me, I will send you back to jail. And this time, I might be obligated to send you back to that native slum of yours.
You mean deport me?
Just stop it, will you? We both know you can't do that.
And why do you think I can't?
Now this is going overboard. Catch me if you can, but don't threaten Big Sister.
Dude, can we just tattle on him to Sir Alex? The little boy's expression suddenly becomes serious. His carefree expression has all but disappeared. But before he could say another word, we sense a presence approaching from behind us.
What is this commotion about?
Hey, it's this chick, the scary chola lady. A little girl about 6 years old appears before us. Looking at her oversized peacock headpiece and her intimidating makeup, she tries to give us an impression that she looks older than she really is.
I apologize for the commotion. I'm just trying to take this little kid back to his guardian.
Don't listen to him. He's trying to kidnap me.
I am not! Now stop opposing me! Come with me at once, or else...
Okay, he's getting a little bit... I don't know. He's sounding more like a creep every second he talks. I don't know why.
Squared gentleman with a square hat.
Constantine suddenly freezes. He immediately stops speaking. To the relief of my ears, all eyes turn to the little lady.
Would you like to have some tea?
Constantine's face suddenly turns pale. Huh? Why? This little girl is inviting him to tea and suddenly he's so scared.
Wait, but I... May I... not?
Our tea is unique, you know. It cleanses your bowels, so your discharge does not come out from your mouth.
Oh shit. Wow. Constantine is surely going to get angry. Not? Why is Constantine trembling with fear?
Just... let me do my job first. I need to uphold justice and bring this kid...
You are in my house.
Damn.
But...
The little girl sighs, turns around and looks at the thug-like character standing behind him.
Dispose of him.
Ooh, shit.
What? No!
Damn. Two huge thugs run towards Constantine and tackle him like a rugby opponent. They grab him by the chest and legs and carry him out of the hall like a piece of luggage.
You cannot do this! I am the enforcer of justice! I am...
His irritating voice echoes through the chambers, but the lady in front of me just yawns and pays no attention. Dispose of him? I feel shivers down my spine. Even though I hate Constantine for to him to meet death in this way?
Do not misunderstand. I do not intend to take his life. He will be thrown into where he belongs, the garbage chute. As for you, Taka Knight, please behave while you're in my house. I would not hesitate to dispose of you if it were not for the blessing that Sir Alex has bestowed upon you.
The girl walks away. Several black men with tall hats follow her without moving their heads. Huh? How does she know my name?
Taka, you know her?
No, I don't. Why do you look so shocked?
Are you serious? She called out your name. Do you not know who she is?
No, I don't. Seriously, who is she?
She is Yayoi Argyle. Don't you read the newspaper? Her photo is everywhere in the news. She's the new title holder of House Argyle.
Yayoi. That girl is my nemesis? I totally didn't expect to cross paths like that. I feel cold sweat pouring out of my pores. And what was that having some tea? No, and what was that about having some tea? Why was Constantine suddenly so scared?
No idea. Probably some cupper secret code we're not aware of.
Anyway, kid, what was that all about? A slave ship?
I'm Calday, miss, and I just escaped from a bunch of slavers.
Alright, Calday. I'm Taka, and this is Mel. Did you just say you just escaped a slave ship? As in a real slave ship? I picture a ship full of miserable people trapped inside a galley, tied together in chains, rowing a boat into a daunting wave.
Well, basically a slave. Forced to clean the deck all day. Paid me nothing. Barely gave me enough to eat.
Wasn't slavery abolished 2 centuries ago?
It's illegal, but I do it anyway. We're called indentured servants. Forced us to sign lifetime contracts to work for them. The enforcers can't do nothing because the signed documents are treated as legal contracts.
Ah, I see. The modern day version of slave labor. I watched a documentary about it, where poor families who run into debt are forced to sign themselves into lifelong contracts. While technically they are hired contract workers, in reality they are paid little and forced to use their hard-earned money to buy food from their own employers' canteens. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a story my dad was telling me when he used to work in the fields. And they would like live in these little shacks, you know? But luckily, like, my grandfather didn't really live there for that long with his family, you know? He found work, and I don't know, my grandpa was a pretty successful man who spent most of his money on alcohol and women. Literally, we could have been living rich if he didn't really do that. Because he made a lot of money. Like a lot. For a foreign guy, he made a lot of money. Alright, anyway, all their wages end up going back to their employer. And since they barely earn enough to support themselves, they have no chance to repay their debts ever. Their lifetime contracts are permanent. They are basically slaves with another name. It suddenly hits me. I remember a conversation that Alice had with Joseph not too long ago.
The bank, Alice. You shouldn't have borrowed from the bank.
The memory immediately sends me some chills. I couldn't bear to think about it anymore.
I signed that contract because our family was barely able to support my little brothers and sister. We needed money for my parents to repay their debt. I'd been working on that ship for 3 months. We were sailing the open sea for most of the time. And that's why I was so happy when we returned to Victoria last week. And that's when I heard my parents are sick. I only wanted to save them, but they wouldn't let me leave the ship. That's why I ran away. Now they're chasing me.
Oh, poor you. Anyway, we shouldn't talk here. Constantine might return soon. Let me take you out.
That's okay, I can take care of myself from here. I'll catch up with you later, big sis.
Before we could reply, Khalid is running towards the exit. He disappears into the sea of people.
Slaves? Slaves in Victoria. That's a scandal.
I already have a little respect towards Constantine, as his version of justice has only caused unnecessary pain. I already have a little respect towards Constantine, as his version of justice has only caused uncertain pain. I had to read that again because I'm like, what the fuck? Because I didn't read already. It's like I had little respect already. Alright. But now, after hearing what Khalid had been through, my regards toward Constantine is lower than the Mariana Trench. Not only did Constantine not try to help the weak and oppressed, he actually used his power and authority to side with the slavers. He is a hypocrite. He says he's all for justice, when in fact he sides with the most powerful to impress the weak. I cannot forgive him. I will never forgive him.
Calm down, Taka. They are called enforcers for a reason. They are hired as employees of the state to oppress the poor. It's common sense they will side with the powerful.
You seem to be taking a very problematic view.
Of course I am. After all, I was from the slums. We had to deal with these so-called enforcers every day. They come to close down your shop, arrest you for no reason. You bribe them and they will let you go, but they always keep asking for more. And when some disaster strikes, or when there's a war between the underworld lords, they disappear, hide in their offices as if it's none of their business.
Mel uttered those words with contempt. I've never asked Mel about her childhood, but it probably wasn't an innocent one with dolls and coffee parties.
That's why Constantine's attitude doesn't bother me, but I never held any expectation to begin with.
If he just acted like a thug, it wouldn't bother me. What enrages me is what enrages me is he acts as if he's serving justice. That I cannot accept. 30 minutes until the auction starts.
Hurry up, Taka. We still have 30 minutes left. There is no time to lose.
We proceed to the main hall to wait for the announcement. A crowd of people, including coffee trader, barista, and cuppers, have already gathered, waiting eagerly for the scores to be posted.
Of course, when we know the scores of the coffee house we bought, we can't leave this place.
The crowd starts to murmur. Then the murmur grows into shouts and screams as huge pieces of paper are thrown and hang on top of the bright green walls.
Let's see what we have here. Looks like all the coffee beans we bought scored around 86 to 88 points. Not bad considering how cheap we were able to buy them for.
Amazing stuff you did back there. I can't imagine what it would be like if I only came by myself.
Let's head out before the crowd starts to dissipate. We might need to rent a trolley.
This is ridiculous! 78! I demand a review!
Okay, calm down, Arab guy. Shit. As I turn around, I see a man standing a few feet away from me, confronting another man who appears to be an official. Calm down, sir. These cuppers have decided, and they think your coffee beans are not worthy. Ridiculous. My coffee... No, I want to do something different for him. Ridiculous. My coffee beans deserve to be in the cuppers' hall. The cuppers are corrupt. This assessment is rigged. Mister, I would advise you to refrain from your comments. What you just said is disrespectful. I will say whatever I like. I demand justice. The commotion catches the attention of everyone around us. A few eyebrows are raised towards the man. Their heads shake suddenly, subtly, and takes pity towards the official. The official ignores him and walks away.
Wait, where are you going? Gamal Aladdin demands justice. I'm talking to you.
They both walk away. The other people who were just watching continue with their business as if nothing happened. That's curious.
I wonder why he's so upset.
Not really sure. But did his coffee beans only scored 78? That must have been a terrible coffee.
Now, what do we have here?
Oh, Yayoi.
You're the one who is rigging the scores!
Now, why are you so surprised? Didn't you see it coming? A reminder of how not to cross me?
What a crazy bitch. And I like how she's the only one that moves that no one else... Well, I think Mel move. I think only the girls move. But she fucking moves. It reminds me of Athena Enigma. I think they blink too. No, she doesn't blink. Finally, after a moment of silence, she walks away, head fuming. Yayoi suddenly spots me. She turns towards me and gives me a smile, but doesn't say another word. Then she leaves.
What a commotion. No, what a commotion.
You saw what happened.
Apparently, one of the coffee traders can't accept defeat gracefully.
Judging by Osea's words, she probably didn't see Yayoi.
There's nothing wrong with asking for a review, but if you scored 78, then it must be rubbish.
Fucking dogs are barking.
To ask for a review is fruitless. To make a scene with when a review is refused only makes him look desperate. Anyway, I need to go.
Wait, Osea. What's wrong with your arm? Are you bleeding?
Oh, it's nothing. I scratched myself.
That doesn't look like a scratch. What happened, Osea?
It's none of your business. Like I said, it's just a scratch.
She's probably cutting herself. She's sad. No, I'm just kidding. They probably cut. I could just imagine those upper classes those are my beans. They get into knife fights and everything.
No, those are my beans.
Once Osea leaves us, not letting us say another word.
What did the girl get herself into? Oh well. So Taka, now that our job is done, we should head back to the coffee house.
Alright. Dude, I feel bad. We should get that guy's coffee. And that's the end of chapter 8. Oh man, that was short, but I liked it. Okay. Before we well, I'm gonna end it there, because this is a good place to end it. If you liked the video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment about anything. Tell me how you like this episode. Hit the bell notification, and yeah, that's it, man. Alright, well, farewell. Alright, bye-bye.